I hear a lot of YouTubers say, quit your 9 to 5 job, become your own boss down, do this, do that. While it may sound exciting, today I want to tell you one thing. Do not quit your job to start a business, even if you hate your job, especially if you hate your job. In fact, keeping your job might be the smartest way to start a part time business, I tell you. So, hi, if you see me for the first time, my name is Christy. This is my channel. Click the subscribe button and join our community. Now, in this video, I'm going to be telling you exactly how to start a part time business while working full time. So having a job can still be your greatest asset when it comes to building a part-time business. And I say this because you just have to shift your mentality to begin to see your employer as your first client. If you're able to get that job, that means you are able to get something. See your employer as your first client, work with honor, but on the side, begin to lay the foundations of your part time business and launch. Now, another thing keeping your job can do is to fund your business. You don't want to choke your part time business even before you start. So, you need something to ensure that the electricity is on, your lights are on, you have water, you have the basic amenities. So, keep that job and ensure that you find hours to start your part-time business and that job funds part of your business. You want to build a website, you need to just there's certain basic things that you would need to do while starting a business. It's easy, but it requires consistency. Now, see your paycheck as your investor, see your employer as your investor. If you hate your job, good, because you need that kind of pressure to fuel you to start a business and sustain it. I just mentioned consistency is key. The model is easy. The model I give to you in this video is easy. However, consistency is key. Now, let's talk about models. The first one is commodity based model. Let's talk about models. The first one is a commodity based model, and this is a situation where you go buy goods and then you create a markup and then sell it for slightly higher price. However, the next guy next to you is also buying similar product and selling it for maybe slightly cheaper than you are selling yours. And the customer comes to this guy and buys from him because he is slightly cheaper than yours. And then you find out that your next door neighbor is selling slightly cheaper than yours and you reduce your price. And then they find out and they reduce the price. And it just goes on like it's a race to the bottom. However, the next model, which I'll talk about, is the other way round. You can price your products the way you will, the way you decide without having any competition whatsoever. Now, this model is called the content based business. And this is because you can use your existing knowledge to begin your business. I tell you, for example, what do I mean by content based? It's mainly creating content, and you are already a creator because God made you a creator. So you can create content. Anyone can turn on the camera on YouTube, which is free, by the way, and start to make videos about their passion, start to make videos that will add value to others. That is what content creation is about. For instance, that's a good example of content creation. And it's easy when I say it. However, I said consistency is key, and you also need to be in the right environment. That's why I have created a group for people who wants to run part-time businesses, who want to launch part-time business while working or while busy doing something else. Maybe you are a busy mom and then you want to start to earn on the side, join this community by simply scanning the QR code on your screen. You're a busy employer. This community is the right place for you because you would meet like minded people who are doing the same thing as you. The last thing you want to do when starting a part time business is go telling your colleagues or go isolating yourself. That's a recipe for failure. But when you come into a community where like minded people are resident in, they it's just a transfer of knowledge because this person knows this thing that makes it work and this other person knows the other bit. So a content based business is the way to go. Using your existing knowledge to scale is the way to go to start a part-time business. How do you start a part-time business while working full-time? Start by blocking out hours after work. You could just block out a couple of hours after work. What are you passionate about? I know of people who are cooking, that is what they will normally do, anyways, but they turn on their camera and that becomes content. And on YouTube, YouTube send them thousands of dollars for this. There are people online teaching how to make up, teaching various businesses, but because everyone is trying to do it, you have to understand the right way to do it to make it work because you want it profitable. You don't want to just start doing what everybody is doing and guessing your way around. If you're one of those people who are serious, not just curious, scan the QR code on the screen and join our community where you would meet like minded people and coaches as well to coach you on how to go about this. Another thing is go all in during the weekend. If you don't work weekends, oh, that is excellent because you can use the weekend to do some more, put in some more work in yourself, into your own business. So it's brilliant if you don't work weekends. If you do work weekends, continue with 2 hours each day, ensuring that you consistently put in the work. You be in a community that keeps you accountable, that where you have like-minded people and you see what others are doing and you're motivated to continue to do yours and ensure that your business becomes profitable. That's why this group has been created. So, in the link below, I have left you a free resource that you can download to see the steps, the exact steps that you can use to start up a part time business while working full time without quitting your job, without trying to choke your business before it even gets off the ground, without putting yourself under excessive financial strain, especially if you have a family or a dependence, anyone who depends on you. Keep your job and start on the side. I cannot emphasize this enough. And with 2 hours each day consistently, you can set up yourself on YouTube. With 2 hours each day consistently, you can set up your blog, you can set up your website, set up and blog consistently. With 2 hours each day, you can delve into coaching, consultancy. There are several content based businesses and several ideas that we share in the group. Once you scan the QR code, hop in, get on board, and look at these ideas and learn from people who are already doing this profitably. Because busy professionals don't have time to waste. Busy moms, you don't have time to waste. Busy people don't have time to waste. So they need to get it right the first time. And there you will also learn how to use automation, how to automate certain areas because you work or you have something else you're doing on the side. You want to automate in this day and age of AI. You want to take advantage of AI and automate your business processes and ensure that it's profitable even while you are at work, even while you are asleep. So these are part of what you learn in the group. So either check the description box below, you will see a link to the free community, or you can scan the QR code on the screen. I will continue this series on the various types of content based businesses that you can embark on and show you step by step how to go about it, especially for people who are busy, people who've got other things to do, who want to start businesses on the side. This community is for you. So click that subscribe button, subscribe because you want to be the first to know when a video drops that would help change your life. See you in the next video.